hated this. Thank you, Konami. Thank you. Because Konami, like I said, I feel like Konami likes to have cancer in the game to be the villain. A lot of games, they like to create a villain that people hate to make it more epic and feel great when you beat that deck. And then people also like playing the villains. So to everyone who played Massamorph, screw you! Secret Pass and Assault Armor. This was nerfed because of Silent Swordsman. So I'm very happy Silent Swordsman OTK got hit. Silent Swordsman OTK did not have as much of an impact on the World Champ Qualifier as I thought it would. Thankfully. Did I lose to at least one? I think so, but I think I beat more than I lost, so very happy about that. First of all, how does the ban list work? If something's limited to one, you could only have one of the total cards that are limited to one. So between Secret Pass and Assault Armor, you may be thinking, oh, I could play 2 of each. No, you can only play 1 Secret Pass and 1 Assault Armor, or 2 Assault Armor and 0 Secret Pass, or the other way around. Now, enemy controller being limited to 2. This is a big deal. If anything in your deck is limited to 2, then that's going to affect your use of enemy controller. So real quick with enemy controller, let me skim if there's a deck that would use it. So immediately, if you're gonna play Sylvans, you can't play enemy controller anymore. You literally can't play enemy controller if you play Sylvans. You can't play enemy controller in Amazon. So now when you're playing against an Amazon deck, you know that they're not playing enemy controller. So that's very valuable information to not have to play around enemy controller when playing against Amazons. So it's not bad enough that they got nerfed with only being able to play 2 Onslaught, but now they don't even have the option to play enemy controller. Cyber Angels cannot play enemy controller. Now you can't have Girja. Girja cannot play enemy controller. This is a Girja card. No econ for Girja, and Masked Heroes cannot play enemy controller. But the first thing I thought when I saw this list was like, oh no, Red Eye Zombie can't play enemy controller, even though it's a dead deck. Now that it's even more dead because enemy controller was such a great card in that deck because you could econ and Red Eye Spirit. Well, Red Eye Zombie's back with 3 econs, so that's good. We'll get to these changes. I just quickly wanted to focus on enemy controller. So yeah, keep that in mind with the econ nerf, that it affects any deck that has any other card that's semi-limited. Cup of Ace and Hero Shadow Scout. Thank you once again, Konami. This currently was not an issue, but this could have been foresight. This was preemptive. Maybe in their play testing, it was an issue. I don't want to be a dick and say that Konami doesn't play test their own changes, but a lot of things we've seen, it feels like they don't. So this tells me maybe they hired a play testing team. Maybe they shifted resources from the TCG onto Duel Links, and that's why we have a fatter ban list with more preemptive changes instead of a safe ban list. I was honestly expecting a ban list of just Rose Lover and Massamorph to 1, and then that's it. They just wipe their hands clean. I thought that's what would happen. I'm very happy that we have a nice fat ban list to really shake up the meta, because it's reminiscent of the TCG of really changing the game instead of just nerfing overpowered cards. So very good. No more Mill. Screw you, Mill. Once again, if you want to play Cup of Ace and Hero Shadow Scout, you can only play 1 of each, or 2 of one and none of the other. That really hurts. Now, god damn, this is a massive nerf to Sylvans. You cannot build Sylvans anymore like this. This is crazy. If we want to build a Sylvan deck, let's try to build Sylvans right now, okay? Let's look at a way to build Sylvans. I already have Sylvans built, so let's see. Pegasus is excited. This is going to be fun for Pegasus to look at this. Let's look at Sylvans. How does the ban list affect my Sylvan deck? Purely being hit by the ban list. That's my Sylvan deck now. I just lost 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 cards out of my deck. That's it. I lost 7 cards. Now what's gonna happen to Sylvans with this? Are we gonna play 2 Marshleaf? Are we gonna play 2 Rose Lover? Maybe we're gonna play Needlebug Nest with Rose Lover. I don't know, man. Like, goddamn. So yeah, Sylvan's got absolutely neutered by this ban list. This is devastating. Absolutely devastating. Will we see any Sylvan players in the tomorrow's Meta Weekly? Probably not. Now, Amazon's Onslaught. Amazon's Onslaught, like we said, it will just be affected with Econ. Gianna, you played Amazons. Did you even play Econ?
Yeah.
You did?
Yeah.
But it's not like Econ was such like a, oh my god, core card.
No.
I feel like Econ and Sylvans was definitely much better because Econ and Sylvans, you Econ take with Carrotway Champion or Rose Lover to make Rose Lover plays,
well,
and that's big.
Econ take and then tribute their monster.
Now Econ take with, well actually Econ take in Amazons was great with Tiger. Use Baby Tiger, Econ take because the Tiger was a free summon.
Tribute with Princess.
And then you tribute with Princess. So you know what, even though I kind of give a little more lean towards Sylvans abusing Econ. Econ was incredible in Amazons. There was definite synergy there. And now they can no longer play enemy controller. That is huge. Cyber Petite Angel, this was preemptive. What happens to a Cyber Angel deck with this? So what does a Cyber Angel deck look like after the nerf? This is gonna not look so good, but let's see. We have no Cyber Angels of this current month, rightfully. Let's go to the previous month, May. Let's click on Cyber Angels. There were 10 decks. And we'll look at Cyber Angels. Oh, you also can't play Balance. Balance got hit. Can't play Balance. So what happens here is literally you lose Petite Angel and you can't play Balance. So that's what happens with the Cyber Angel nerf. Because you can't play Petite Angel with Machine Angel Ritual and Dakini. That's 3 cards when they're limited to 2. So that is what happens to Cyber Angels. This was definitely preemptive. Let's move on. Let's do this. Pulse Mines, like we said, with Girja, you won't be able to play Econ with it. Celestial to 2. You know, Pulse Mines was... I feel like Pulse Mines was extra important only because we were like in an OTK format, really, where you're going to get pushed in by heroes and Pulse Mines is the only thing to save you. So while Pulse Mines being limited to 2 does hurt Girja a lot when they're already not a top tier deck, this is preemptive because Girja may make a big comeback and now they can't play enemy controller. I feel like Konami put a lot of thought with enemy controller being tied to the other decks. I feel like it was completely intentional and not purely focused on enemy controller to make sure that Amazons can't play Econ and Girja can't play Econ and heroes can't play Econ now. So what would happen to my own hero deck with this change? Now here you go, look, I'm already not playing Econ in this build. So, but now you can't play 3 Celestial. Celestial not being played at 3, I feel like it's a definite nerf, but with Dangerous, you're able to send Celestial to the grave consistently anyway in the qualifier. So this was my main way to win points in the qualifier, so I played this a ton. How do I feel like this would affect me? I don't know. Like, if I just switch the deck like this, do I even really feel it too much? Boom. Change the deck. Now what? It's just like... so I never really went through 3 Celestials, and you were always able to send it to the graveyard with Dangerous, so it's not that big of a nerf, really. Don't go too crazy over Banlist calling decks dead. Amazon's definitely not dead. Girja is not dead because of this. Now, Red Eyes may make a big comeback, so... Okay. Dragonic Fusion. At the beginning of the duel, add Dragon's Mirror to your deck and shuffle it. Then add 5-headed dragon to your extra deck. Okay, so far that's what it does. Can be used when your life points decrease by 1800. Instead of conducting your normal draw, add Dragon's Mirror from your deck to your hand. Once per duel. Okay, so before it just shuffled it in your deck and you needed a way to draw it. Now you have a way to draw it by activating Mirror Wall. You can activate Cosmic Cyclone. So that will potentially be interesting. That you have a real way to add it now. Basically a destiny draw for your Dragon's Mirror. Do I think this will be meta? Probably not. But maybe a YouTube video. Sealed Tomes. Until the end of your opponent's next turn, neither player could banish cards from the graveyard or special summon monsters from the graveyard. This skill can only be used once per duel. What top tier decks does that hit? Let's go to the tier list real quick. Amazons don't banish from the graveyard. Spellbooks banish from the graveyard. Yeah, you can't do Fate. So that hits Spellbooks. That's a Spellbook nerf. You can't use Fate. You can't use Spellbook of Life. You can't, Sylvan's already got nerfed, but you know, you can't Rose Lover. Mass Heroes, you can't Celestial. Aliens, you can't Recombination. You can't banish for Recombination. Okay. All right, moving on. Harpies Last Will. Can be used by banishing 5 Harpy cards from your graveyard. Add 1 Harpy Feather Duster from your hand, from outside of your deck. This skill can be used once per duel. I don't know about that. I can't say this word. Posthumous Army. Can you say that, Gianna? Posthumous Army. Can be used each time your life points decrease by 1,000. Oh.
Posthumous?
Posthumous, whatever. So Prometheus Army can be used each time your life points decrease by 1,000. So every time you Cosmic Cyclone's a top tier card. That's what I'm thinking. This affects Paladin of the Cursed Dragon. Once per turn, you can target 1 level 4 or lower zombie monster in your opponent's graveyard that was destroyed by battle. Special summon that target to your side of the field. Oh my Jesus. This just like, this is how you have to understand how this card works is I could destroy your monster by battle on turn 2, and then on turn 10 I could draw Paladin of the Cursed Dragon, normal summon it, activate my skill, then special summon your monster that was killed on turn 2. And you can activate the army skill multiple times per duel. So this is like the core card that synergizes with it. Now Red Eye Zombie, like, it is in the moment where like you're gonna have to turn their monster into a zombie and destroy it by battle right then and there, and it might fail. It might fail to an enemy controller, a wall of D, but this is almost guaranteed because as long as it was destroyed by battle, anytime in the duel, you flip on the switch and then you special summon it. So next up, we got Ill Blood. You could special summon a zombie from your hand or from either player's graveyard. So because it's a Gemini, it's a lot less versatile than Paladin the Cursed Dragon. I don't know how excited I am for Ill Blood. I think a top tier deck using the skill would be focusing more on Paladin and Red Eye Zombie Dragon. Dual Standby, thank you for killing the skill. Each player's starting hand increased by 1. You cannot activate spell, trap, or monster effects on your first turn. Does this kill the skill though? Because besides Silent Swordsman being affected by the ban list, from my, actually it does. Like, you have to go first. It says on your first turn, so if you go second, you're screwed. You're screwed. But if you're playing a mill deck, you're not activating spell, trap, or monster effects on the first turn anyway. And if you go first as Silent Swordsman, like an OTK deck, you usually just pass. And you could, like, set up with a Karibo. So I don't know, it doesn't completely kill the skill for the Cancer. It really hurts OTK going second though, which is I'm very happy about. And Mill got neutered by the ban list anyway, so Restart, I think this really kills Restart. This slaughters it. You skip your draw phase. Oh my god, that is enormous. Yeah, if you go second, you still can't use anything. Balance. Your starting hand will reflect the balance of your deck. This skill will not activate unless you have at least 6 of each type of each card. Girja is unaffected by balance, really. So if we go to Girja, he's basically playing 6 traps anyway. You're going to have to cut Pulse Mines down to 2 and just add 2 more traps and you're set. So Girja, no effect on Girja. They will still use balance and they will do well with balance. Masked Heroes relied on Restart. Maybe Masked Heroes will play balance or Destiny Calling. So that's a thing with Masked Heroes. Balance with 6 traps. And once again, that's a nerf to Treacherous Trap Hole. Grit. If you had 4,000 or more life points at the start of your turn, your life points will not fall below 1 for 1 time only. This skill will only activate once per duel. This is literally not what I just said, but what many other people said Grit should be. That it should be 100%, it should be predictable, and 100%. I just wanted the randomness taken away. I don't care if Grit is a powerful skill. I'm okay to lose to Grit as long as it's not random. But now you could strategically poke them for like 500 damage, and that's it. You turned off their Grit unless they gain life again. So, and it's only once per duel, so it can't be abusable by a deck like Arrow Mage, or if for some reason the Golden Ladybugs came back, you know, Stall got hit, to keep getting over 4,000 life and then not being OTK'd. But, you know, Aegis of Life would have been probably abusable with this if it was not once per duel. So, very happy with the Grit change. Thank you, Konami. Very smart of you. Ojama Go once per duel. Thank you for killing Ojama. This is the trio. The trio of cancer. If you played any of these skills, you likely have no friends and you just wanted to force people into a long duel and just piss. You just wanted to see the world burn. You literally just hate people if you play these for fun. And now you can't do that anymore. Now you need to find a new hobby. Probably quit Duel Links, go play Fortnite. Just leave me alone. Get away from me. So there you go. Ojama Go once per duel. Very happy about that. Destiny Draw once per duel. Perfect. It was being abused by cancer anyway. And extra, the top of the mountain cancer. Horrible impact on the World Champ qualifier, unfortunately. But thank God. So, guys, the ban list and the skill changes. I'm just so happy. So much changed, and they were great changes. I'm so happy. The thing I always advocate for is whatever to increase interactivity. Anything to make it more interactive between me and my opponent. And that's basically what the ban list did.